All right, everybody. Blake Bryson here with you in the Nu Skin social media training group, October 10th, the eve of global convention. Let's see, I'm gonna get this recorded. All righty. For whatever reason that messed things up, so I'm gonna turn that off. All right. So everybody, I really quickly I'm gonna introduce myself. I actually have a presentation that I'm gonna get up here ready for everybody to view as well. Let's see. Right. So hope everyone had a chance to kind of jump on while I was getting that all set up. But tonight I wanted to talk just a little bit about the basics of building and maintaining a business on Facebook. And this is actually a presentation that I'm going to be giving this weekend on Saturday at the One Team Global Wrap Up. So this is an opportunity to kind of get a sneak peek as far as what I'm going to go over there. I guess you guys are kind of a little bit of a, my practice run, I guess, for that opportunity. But really quickly, I did want to introduce myself. We have a lot of new people in the group that may not have ever actually seen me or interacted with me before. So I'm Blake Bryson. I've been involved with this opportunity now for about 6 months. I got started around the same time as Nick and other leaders that you know in the group. My dad is Brent Bryson, who is a $20 million earner with Nu Skin. He's been involved with Nu Skin now for about 28 years. And also recently, as of about a month ago now, crossed into that $20 million realm. He's been a 20-year team elite, if you know what that means. It's the highest pin title or recognition that you can receive as a Nu Skin distributor. So I've been around Nu Skin my entire life, from the time I was born. Really, the joke is that my dad actually left the delivery room when I was, going to be born to go to a Nu Skin event. So I've been around for, since birth. And I saw what my dad had done, and I saw the lifestyle that he was living. He's been mostly retired for about the last 13 years. Obviously, he's been out of retirement with us for the last 6 months and a little bit beyond that, actually. But he was, for my entire adult life, was retired. And people would ask me what he did for a living, and I would say, I honestly don't know. But he plays a lot of golf. So people would always joke and say, I guess I'm in the wrong business, because they'd hear about my dad and that I didn't really know what he was doing, but that he was having massive success. So as I got older, obviously I got more interested, especially as I started getting to the point where I was going to be picking a career. When I was about 21, 22 years old, I started up with Nu Skin, didn't do super well, and kind of left it on the back burner for about 5 years, and started a career as a search engine optimization and social media marketing professional with a company here locally. I helped small to mid-sized companies do very well with their online businesses. So this is something that I kind of had some experience in. And when social media was an opportunity for building this business, and my dad, so when Brent was presented that opportunity, he reached out to me, and I ended up getting involved through kind of an interesting story. So I'm going to kind of move forward here. This is actually me in April, my dad there on the right, and our son Emmett when he was born. And he was actually born about a month early. He was born on April 4th and had to spend a little bit of time in the NICU. And at around that same time frame was when Brent had been introduced to social selling as an opportunity to build a business. So I had the opportunity to be around him a lot more, because he was there, he was visiting with us, he was supporting us, and he was on his phone a lot, and he was participating in different posts and things, and he got me interested. So I joke that Emmett is really our true sponsor in the business, because of his birth, and because of the fact that I was rubbing shoulders with my dad a lot more frequently, I got interested, and I started to post and started to really start to build something. And to not freak you guys out, Emmett is totally healthy. He's beautiful. He's amazing. He just passed his 6-month birthday on the 4th. He's just starting to crawl and putting everything in his mouth. So he's a lot of fun. We love him. He's totally healthy, so don't feel bad for him or anything. But I'm really truly thankful for the timing of his birth, and for the opportunity that it's afforded us, not just to have him as part of our lives, but also to have this opportunity as part of our life as well. So in the last 6 months, massive things have happened. We've actually replaced and matched my full-time income from my job as a search engine optimization social media analyst with that local company. And that was, it's not an easy thing to do. It was a great job. It still is a great job. I still work it full time. And to have that match our income and really double our income has done incredible things for us. Something that actually is going to happen on the 15th. Kalani, my wife, set a goal at the start of the year to basically quadruple the amount of money that we had in savings. And the way that that looked is in savings, we always had a pretty set amount. The way that Jeff Mack, who's another Nu Skin leader, explains it is that once he started to make more money before he was doing Nu Skin, every time that he started to make more money, he'd buy a nicer car or buy a nicer house or change his lifestyle. And there's always about the same amount of money in savings, but never enough to really get ahead. And that's really where we were at. And when Kalani told me that her goal was for us to essentially quadruple the amount of money that we had in savings, I honestly didn't believe it was possible. And as a result of this opportunity on the 15th of this month, we'll pass that goal and we'll still have several months left in the year. So it's a pretty amazing thing for us so far, and what it's done for us is amazing beyond just the finances as well, as we've seen a lot of people have that type of success as well. So kind of moving into the meat of what I wanted to go over real quickly tonight is really how to use Facebook, how to manage Facebook, and how to use Facebook on an ongoing basis to build your business. So first and foremost, you need to understand that Facebook is really just a tool. Before, when my dad was building his business back in the day, he did it with a hardline phone, a fax machine, and VHS cassette tapes that he took door to door. Okay, and Facebook is really just accelerating the ability to get in front of people and get your messaging in front of people. So what you need to understand is Facebook. These are the 5 main reasons that people actually use Facebook. They get bored. They're trying to maintain relationships with people that are too far away because of geography or things like that. They also want to maintain relationships with people that they do see, but it's such an easy way to communicate. People do it to seek attention. They do it to get likes or comments or whatever, the kind of fake internet karma points that people desire from their trips and things like that they go on, or different accomplishments in their life. Another thing is that people have just become ridiculously addicted to Facebook. They suffer from FAD, which is Facebook addiction disorder, which is actually a real thing that every time you get a notification, you feel the urge that you have to check it. And that's something that people really do go through. And then the fifth most common reason people use Facebook is to check people's birthdays, to see when they were born, to see, when they can celebrate that, to check that up. So it's funny because I think that a lot more people probably celebrate birthdays or are aware of people's birthdays because of Facebook. So kind of funny. Ultimately, what you need to understand is that if you're going to use Facebook to promote your business or build your business or attract people to your business, you need to know how Facebook decides who they show or what they show to your friends and to you. So ultimately, there's a relevancy score. It's based on who posted, how many people have engaged with that post, what type of post it is, and when it was posted. And that breaks down into this algorithm. There's thousands of different things, really hundreds of thousands of different things that Facebook's algorithm uses to determine what you see and what people see on their wall. But it's really based on these 4 main categories that all those 100,000 plus things fall into. It's the person that posted, the type of post, the performance of the post, amongst others, and then the re-any is what it's called, how new the post is. So ultimately, what you need to know is that Facebook is going to show a post from somebody to people that are relevant to that post. And that's why the creator is important. The post is important because Facebook's algorithm looks for posts that are more viral, that are more liked or shared or commented on, because if they assume that if a post has a lot of action or a lot of interaction, that it's going to be interesting to more people as well. Okay. Then the second to last thing is the type of post. So if it's an image, a video, a text post, or a Facebook Live, or whatever type of post it is, if a person likes posts that are of that variety more frequently, then that variety of posts is going to show up more frequently on their newsfeed. So that's something to be aware of, is that you need to be diverse. You need to try different types of posts in order to engage all of your following. And then really the re-any, or how new the post is, that's going to be something that Facebook uses a few different ways. If a new post has a lot of interaction, it's going to appear more frequently sooner to people. That's why we focus on boosting posts in the first hour. The next thing is also if a post got a lot of interaction and then someone goes overnight, like 12 hours later, they open up their Facebook and a post was very interesting to a lot of people, it might not be new in the fact that it's only an hour old, but it's new to that person. So if someone logs in for the first time, they may see a post that has a lot of comments and a lot of likes that's from like yesterday or even the day before, if they haven't checked their Facebook for a couple of days. But Facebook says it's not new to Facebook, but it's new to that user. So that's something to know as well, is that if you get a post that's boosted very well, that has lots of interactions, people are going to be seeing that post for several days because it's going to appear in their newsfeed later. Another main thing to really remember is to use those new features. There's all those different types of Facebook posts, and Facebook is, it's a company that's trying to test new features. So when they release a new feature, they want more and more people to see them. And you can kind of use that to your advantage in that you can use like the new backgrounds. When you type out a post and add a background, Facebook is going to be more willing to show that to more different followers and friends because they want to test it. They want to see what people do with that, if they interact more frequently or less frequently. The same thing with Facebook Lives. You've probably noticed that every time that you're on Facebook and one of your friends goes live, you get a notification and it even starts playing the video in the bottom corner of your screen. So those Facebook Lives, they might be uncomfortable for you. They might be something that you're not used to or something like that. But ultimately, if you can get over that and you can get on and share your story, a lot of people are going to see that and a lot of people are going to interact with it. And you can share a lot more information in a couple of sentences online than you can just texting and typing things out. People won't read it, but they'll listen to it. That's just a true thing. And they're going to have the opportunity to see it more frequently because Facebook's going to show it to them in the newsfeed. So now that you know all that, that's my life. That's 4 years of my life now that I basically just condensed down into 3 slides as far as like how I explain the benefits of using Facebook and how we use Facebook to interact with our followers. So what do you actually do is the question. Like, what do you actually go out after this call and start applying to your business? So the first thing that you need to do is clean up your social media profile. You need to make sure that it looks professional. You need to make sure that you don't post things that are negative. You want to post things that people want to interact with, because the more people interact with your posts, the more people that will see your future posts. So clean up your pictures, profile, likes, dislikes, your language, the things that you post about. Make sure that they're positive. Be yourself, but be your best self is really ultimately what you want to be on Facebook. Make new friends. So reach out to people. And this doesn't mean, down on the bottom right there, you can see that joke. If you have hundreds of friends that you've never met, then really they're imaginary friends. You can have 5,000 friends on Facebook. You've probably seen a lot of people that have 5,000 friends on Facebook, but no one ever likes or comments on their page because they're essentially a fake profile. So I'm not telling you to add, hundreds and thousands of fake friends. I'm telling you to add 5 to 25 people that you actually intend to make a friend. So I have kind of a funny story. When I was about 8 years old, I had a new neighbor move in, and he liked basketball. I liked basketball. We're these 2 little 8-year-olds, right? And I was super nervous because I really wanted more friends, right? And at the end of the first time that me and him kind of hung out or spent time together, we'd played basketball. We'd played a couple of video games, I think. And he literally asked me, he said, "Hey, do you want to be friends?" And I was like, "Yeah, I want to be friends." And I remember that very vividly to this day because I desperately wanted more friends. And that's ultimately, I'm telling you that story because it's a little bit more awkward now. It's a little bit more weird that you can just go and you can add random people as a friend. They're not really your friends. They're connections. They're people that you're trying to get to know. So me and that kid, we were friends for a long time, for a lot of years. I still know him. I still follow him on social media, and he's still a good friend of mine. In your circumstance and in your social media, you need to apply that same thing. Me and him had mutual interests. We were in the same geography. We were neighbors. We had multiple things that we liked that were the same, So we became good friends. And that's how you should approach your social media. You should be adding people that are in a similar walk of life that ultimately you want to interact with and become a true friend with. And message them, someone becomes a new friend of yours, message them, say, "Hey, thanks for having me as a friend. I love your social media profile. I look forward to getting to know you." Something like that. Go to their page, find their most liked picture or profile or post or something like that. Like it, comment on it, something like that. And as you do that, you're first and foremost, you're making new friends and new connections, and you're getting outside of your current circle of influence. And second, you're also stacking the algorithm in your favor so that you can get new people to interact with you. So that's how you should add new friends. So this is kind of reiterates that. Engage with your friends. When someone has a major life, change, they have a new addition to the family, they get married, something like that happens. It's exciting. They're moving, whatever it may be. Go and interact with that. They're looking for that. That's why they posted it on social media, is because they're looking for people to engage with them. They're looking to get those likes and that encouragement from their friends and social following. So as you do that, then they're going to see your posts more frequently, and they're going to be more likely to post and comment and react to you. And this isn't all just to build your business. This is just to build your friends list, to build the number of people that you interact with and get out of your current shell. Ultimately, this is the most important thing. I posted these 2 things on the right so you can see the difference between being yourself and not being yourself. If you're yourself, you're going to see that your number of notifications, messages, friend requests, they're going to skyrocket. You're going to see people that desperately want to interact with you if you want to interact with them. So be active on your social media, post several times a day, but be yourself. Don't go out and become a new skin, toothpaste dispensary. Go and post about, your lifestyle, your family, why you're doing this, what you like, different questions and things like that. Seek, new things, like ask what restaurant you and your wife or significant other should go eat at tonight, and seek, some guidance and approval from people that are in your social media following, and then update that. Tell them, what you ordered and how you liked it, things like that. Another thing you can do is just be funny, be interactive, do things that people want to interact with on social media. People go on social media to get outside and take a break from their current life. And if you give them something that they want to interact with, then they're going to do it. It's literally leading people to your page and to your brand. And ultimately remember that, Perry Walker, she's a team lead. She's 25 years old. She's a social media guru. And her whole saying is that your vibe attracts your tribe. And that is so true. Whatever you put out there is what will be attracted back to you and to your social media page. Another thing that you should do, this isn't just through posts. If you think that you're just going to sit down and just post and post and post and invite people to come and talk to you, and you're going to be ultimately super successful with this business, that's not really true. You might see some initial success, but if you just expect people to come and talk to you, it really just won't happen. What you need to do is tell your story. So what I've been encouraging people to do in the group today and over the last several days is think in your mind, if you had $200, even a $100 bill, if you had a $100 bill in your wallet and you couldn't keep it, you had to go and give it to somebody, who would you go and give it to? That's who you need to go and tell this story to. Because ultimately, if you go and you tell someone about what we're doing on social media, they can make that much or more. So that's my encouragement, is to go and message people, tell people your story, tell people about how we've been successful, about how there's literally thousands of people now earning enough income to pay for their rent, house payments, car payments, auto loans, things like that are in our group, that are making that money in their first week. And then tell them your story. Say, hey, yeah, I got involved and I actually made enough to do this, to do X or Y or whatever you did. In my circumstance, we made enough money to pay our monthly mortgage payment in our first week. And telling that story has helped so many people see the opportunity of what we're doing and join the business. So ultimately, you need to be talking to new people, recruiting new people every single day. And then this is what we have the group for. This is why we do these 10 at 10s, is so that you can do something every single day to learn and to better yourself. This is a learned business. My dad says that every time I talk to him, or every new person that he talks to, he tells them this is a learned skill, to go out and learn how to network, how to encourage people to do the same thing you're doing, and ultimately to be successful is by learning it yourself. So go out and educate yourself. There's literally hundreds of these videos in the group now that you can go and you can utilize. You can go to the team YouTube page and pick something to learn from. You can interact with the OTG, the One Team Global Facebook page, every morning at 8 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. There's a call from a successful new skin leader talking about a specific topic. And all those videos are archived. So you can go back and you can learn something every single day. And also you can just connect with your upline, find out whichever upline executive or upline qualifying executive or your sponsor, find out what they're doing. Ask them what you should do next. And ultimately, as you accept that guidance, you can be a lot more successful yourself and learn a lot more yourself. So these are a couple of things that I've seen in the group that slow people down the most. So going out and over posting about the product or the business, if that's all you post about, if you don't follow the 80-20 rule, which is 80% of your posts should be non-business related and a maximum of 20% of your posts should be business related, if you go out and just post every single day about the toothpaste, you're going to see a lot of diminishing returns. You're going to lose a lot of people that are interacting with your posts. And you're ultimately just going to get to the point where no one interacts with your social media, because not everyone wants to just sit there and see that same type of post over and over and over again. Another thing is that people literally just stop the daily mode of operation with social media. They stop adding new friends. They stop interacting with new people, and they become stagnant, and they expect people to come to them. And ultimately, that's not how this works. You need to go out and you need to take advantage of this opportunity and add new people and share this opportunity with as many new people as you can. Another thing that you can really do that damages your brand is going out and doing things that are not yourself. So people, for whatever reason it is, have like a built-in BS meter. Okay, that's what I call it. The best way to relate this is I do a lot of work with search engine optimization, and there's on the front page of Google, there's ads. So there's paid ads at the top, and there's all of the other responses and results for Google underneath that. And that's called the organic results. So the paid ads are things that companies have literally gone out and they've paid in order to be at the top of the page. And what's crazy is that about 92% of people will never click on an ad in their life because it says ad right next to it. It's not authentic. It's fake. It's something that they feel like isn't a real answer to their question. So people skip by it. They think it's bullcrap. And they go to the organic results because they trust Google and they trust the organic results that are given to them. And that's the same thing with your social media page. If you go out and all of a sudden you're posting things that are totally out of line of things that you would normally post about, people will stop interacting with you right away, instantly. So be yourself. People want to interact with you. That's why you have a social media page in and of itself. And then the last thing, I call this working yourself into a corner. There's two ways you can do this. First and foremost, you see a little bit of success, you qualify as what's called an executive or a gold or a lapis, and you're just barely starting to see success. And instead of recruiting new people and adding new people to your group every day, you start to just talk to the people that are executives or qualified executives in your group. And that will literally destroy your business. You need to be sponsoring new people as social sellers every day, encouraging new people to try a post and earn additional income from home every single day. And then as you teach people, the other executives or qualified executives or people that you're talking to every day, as they're in the group, they're going to do their own thing. They're going to duplicate their efforts. They're going to do what they want to do. And you're not going to have to talk to them every single day. The other thing that happens is you, on your social media, you literally only like and interact with other posts that are business related. And as you do that, the algorithm thinks that's all you're interested in. So they don't show you anything else. They don't show you your friends. They don't show you other people. They show you your friends that are in your Nu Skin group, but that's it. So you need to get outside of that, and you need to like other people's posts, interact with your new friends, and get outside of that just your business following, or you're going to work yourself into a corner to the point where you can't see any growth because you're stuck. The algorithm thinks that's all you're interested in. So get outside of that, work with other people, do other things. And ultimately, if you're looking for something to post about and you just can't figure it out, post about your why, okay? So the reason I'm doing this is literally for the people you see on the screen right there, okay? On the left, those are my 3 kids. On the right, you see my wife and us as a family. And I grew up in a circumstance where I could do what I want, when I want, with who I want. And then now as an adult, I don't have that vehicle. I don't have something that gives me income in a passive way yet. And ultimately that's why I'm doing this, is to help my family be able to have me there, to be able to walk away from this and have an income that will provide the type of lifestyle that I want to be able to provide. And also to help other people do that. I set a goal early on, about 7 years ago when I first started this business, to help at least 1,000 families become financially free. And that's still my goal, is to help 1,000 people create a walkaway income like I just explained. And ultimately, if I'm ever curious, if I'm ever looking for something to post about, I can post about that. I can post about these people on the screen and share my passion about my business or about them and my love for them. And it's going to get interaction because it's my whole brand. It's my whole reason for doing this. So thanks everybody for being on tonight. Thanks for your teamwork and your support. And thank you again for, everything that you do to help others in the group beyond teamwork. When you're messaging people and helping people and answering questions and doing everything that you do, it literally shows, and it helps all of us become better. So, I hope that you'll take advantage of the opportunity to watch and take part in Nu Skin Live this week. I hope that everyone that can will come to that OTG wrap up on Saturday morning. It's going to have great content and a great kind of a recap of all the information that happened over live that you may have missed. And ultimately, I hope that you guys will all have a chance to add that not only to your own mind, but also to your entire group, and to build up the people that you've added to the group. So once again, thanks again for your time. Look forward to seeing you guys this week if you're coming to convention and to the wrap up. Thanks.